perhaps tornadoes, wind, whatever it might be. On Royals TV, here's the line.
And a half, if you will, the first 13 innings. Austin Martin, Byron Buxton, and Luke Keyshaw. And it is windy, so 1-1 on Austin. 2 balls, 1 strike. Martin has 2 hits. That's wide. 3 balls, 1 strike. 3-2. At a play.
You start to get more movement on the changeup, the slider, the curveball.
Throwing into the wind.
Yeah, so there is some truth with the wind at your back.
Well, this will be at least an 8. Former first-round pick of the Blue Jays. Changeup
of the day.
Now Byron Buxton. If you go back to last year, 2 balls and no strikes. Helps to pitch this guy well, and they have.
Well, you got to pitch Byron Buxton well, or he can really hurt you. Buxton still searching for his first hit against a left-handed starter, or a left-handed pitcher at all. For that, the combination becomes even more difficult.
Thomas makes a play in right field. Luke Keyshaw with 2 down. On the edge.
It wasn't necessarily that he fell behind a lot, but it just was the amount of pitches the hitters were able to see. And as a hitter, the more you're able to see, the better your timing becomes. They started to get a little bit of a timing mechanism against his off speed and his fastball.
Cutter. 1 ball, 2 strikes. First inning against the Braves on Friday. Off the end of the bat. And
it's incredible how it can swing that quickly. 2 quick outs, 100 times. Chance for a quick one, and it stretches out into a long one.
Tied him up.
Perfect changeup on the edge. That's already 4 foul balls for Keyshaw in this at bat. Now he throws a borderline pitch down, and so 1 or 2 pitches, count that as a positive.
Pitch 21 is fouled away, and that's 5. Changeup is hit up the middle. A sliding backhand by India, but the throw is late. Wallner fouls it off of Salvi's glove. 3-1 win. Into center field, and Isbell is there. So the Twins make Reagan.
For Griffin Jacks. Sorry, the second game in Baltimore. In the last couple of starts, dating back to last season, been working on it, worked on it all off.
Into the crowd, 3-2, and a more so-called productive spot in the lineup. But you have to.
That's a good point.
Hit hard on a hop, and that's a nice play by Gray at short. 1. Good pitch over the inside edge on career. And every year, at least once on that list. 2 balls and 1 strike. And Eric Davis.
Every one of those just extremely complacent or just take it for granted how good Bobby Witt Jr. has been to start his career. He puts himself on
5 games into their 5th season.
Yeah, probably took them a whole lot more games to get there.
Still 3-2, and that was
gotten Joe Ryan from the Rays, and they're looking to create another top of the line rotation guy for their organization. Started one good strikeout to walk ratio.
That registered as a Vinny with 2 down. 6 with 3 walks in the Minnesota series. Chop to the right side, and Keyshaw underhands to Clemens, and the
0 walks, no hits allowed. There's a knock right there by Caratini. So it's easy to say, or to
and it was in an era where Greg Maddux was dominating with pinpoint control. And so he was doing the rest of his career. 1 strike on Cody Clemens. 1 ball, 1 strike. You have to think about 2 things when you're thinking location. Just pick one.
Well, that was something that was very helpful. I'm really good. I can get this done. So there's a lot. It's tremendous advice. Out.
Up the middle, and that's into right center field. Caratini is going to make the turn and run on Thomas, and that's a perfect throw to third base. So a runner at second with 1 out, and Josh Bell, who gave the run deck, which created a save situation, and ending to the 9th inning, getting the final 2 outs. 3 pitches and
good night.
2 outs on 10 pitches, and now Royce Lewis, who takes low. Foul balls. And 5 foul balls with 2 strikes. So Minnesota only produced 1. One and 2. And a snap throw to first, which is high. And Clemens stumbles going around third base, and he's going to score on
The Royals and Cole Reagan's a run.
And once you know, Cole Reagan.
That's this afternoon.
And that win, man, that really picked up since the beginning of the game.
Convicted, but
1 hop, and Lewis comes over the top and throws out Salvi. 1 away. It scramble over to dry off the lens of all the mist that's coming.
is on the season, so Caratini carrying the torch well early on. Very
umpire, and there were 11 challenges. Pulled on the ground to Clemens, and he'll take it to the bag himself. Admit to the world and proven scientifically that you're wrong. I mean, how many of them have been by ½ an inch or less? He had one that was, hope he knows his mic's on.
Buckle up for this one. It's like he's.
Is he listening?
He's cued into you.
Home plate umpire is Corey Blake. Caratini warns the left side of the infield, and it's hit to center field, but the wind isn't going to do him any favors at all. In fact, it carried at the last moment.
After having gone to a Game 7 the year before. And
92 wins later. Because of the wind and the mist from the fountains, we're going to be using. That's how the fielders felt last night with the rain and the fog. Keyshaw can run. He didn't hit it very hard, but
we saw the grounds crew last night working extra hard. Today it's the camera crew.
Isbell got a good read and comes running up on a fly ball from Walnut. Oh, 0-2.
First to third.
Junior to India to Vinny. Oh, 1. Good movement. There's the splitter, but
not a pitch he's thrown too much. That's just the 5th split he's thrown this afternoon. With this good fastball.
Look out. And if
percent fastballs. So he must be feeling pretty good with that pitch, locating it well. And you can see he's beating a lot of these Royals hitters. 4 or 5 strikeouts on the split. That's really find a way to make it work.
That's a tough pitch to lay. Belted into right field. That was loud and a good at bat for Vinny. And the Royals have their leadoff man on. Through the fog and the mist, walking through the fog and the mist. More of a silhouette. One ball, one strike on Salvi. Off of his foot.
No, more whip, more leverage.
With 2 strikes.
Yeah, 2 strikes. Now
They'll
he's
shorten
choking up.
Yep.
That's what great hitters do.
And
right? When you get with 2 strikes, you got to say, you know, I've had my chances to get the big swings. Now I just got to put the ball in play for my team. More bat head control equals more contact.
Goes down and gets it. And Wallner makes a play in right field, 1 down.
He didn't go unnoticed by the players either. Really cool gesture by Cags. But how about this? Jake Eisenberg told me he talked to Trevor Vance, the Royals senior director of groundskeeping and landscaping. Said they used about 150 bags of dirt.
Surface that were poured, and just an absolute big league pro move by a young big leaguer and Jack Caglione to think of others around you, do something nice for him. That goes such a long way. Really speaks of him. He was raised by good parents. Do it for the glory, but bravo. Well done.
And they had to work just as hard today underneath the tarp. Left side. And the play is going to have to be to first base, and it pops out of Clemens' glove. Vinny Pasquin. So 2 on 1 out for Jonathan India. I don't know how many times Vinny over to the right.
Well, you can imagine this twin scouting report probably didn't have Jack Caglione hitting a ton of line drive ground balls to the left-hand side of the infield. So thrown away, driving them to the opposite field. It's a really good sign for the offense early.
This is lifted to right. And Wallner is there. So that's back-to-back innings.
Former White Sox skipper. A great brand, many people hear about it, but they've done a nice collaboration with Major League Baseball. Some good gear, so go get yourself some Royals gear, tops.
Some clutch 2-out RBIs for the Royals, including last night. Grounded sharply. Keishel got a glove on it, and he keeps it close enough.
By Luke Keishel to save his.
Bases loaded, 2 down. And Thomas takes high. He popped out to second base. 25th pitch of the inning is swung on and fouled back. The wind helps out Thomas, blowing that to the roof of the Royals dugout. Another good swing.
Wouldn't be surprised here to see if he whips out that split, tries to get a strikeout on that pitch. That's been good for him early on.
And that will land in the seats.
Crowd him a little bit, or he can try to expand him with one of those cutters off the plate.
Check swing, and he went around.
A real chance to get deep into a game. Really was. He got caught out to dry between second and third base and really wasn't being aggressive, just kind of got caught being a little bit lackadaisical out there.
That would have been a 3 balls and no strikes. And a 4-pitch walk. And now Reagans, who looked down. 1-1 on Josh Bell.
Games coming in. 30 for 91. A couple of 6 doubles and 6 home runs. including one last night.
Kevin Cedar in his shoulder. You know, there are so many different stances.
You're more comfortable, that kind of movement. You get into a rhythm. Pitching and hitting
With a slider in the second inning. This is Cole's 5th full count of the day. And Bell hits it to left field. Didn't sound good. And Collins comes up for it for out number 1. First base coach, you came up through the minor leagues with him.
and Cliff Lee in exchange for Bartolo Colon. So that was a blockbuster trade, but exciting player. And maybe one of the just nicest, soft-spoken players you'll ever meet. I don't know if you got a chance to talk with him, but
he won a couple. Fouled away by Royce Lewis. His career.
yeah. In Double-A specifically, where I played incredible, all out on every single play.
When they went out to fix the match.
Is it per se, you know? Maybe.
Clemens went on first movement. Salvi's throw is to the third base side, but Bobby Witt Jr.
For the strikeout, of course.
Son to make it to the big leagues. And now Bradley is doing some grounds. 3 balls and no strikes. With the second batter, they went out and fixed the mound. 3 balls, 1 strike.
Thus far, they're getting it.
The pitch was up, and it's popped up to Lewis. 1 down. Lopez. 1 ball, 1 strike on
70 to 200 innings. It's a big void he leaves behind.
This is pitch number 88 for Bradley. Hit hard, but Buxton is right there. That's the second time that Michael 9 innings and given up 1 run.
He's clearly got the stuff to be successful at this level.
Bobby hits it to the gap. Buxton's on the run, and he made it look easy.
I'll say, what a break by Byron.
Pitches. And he'll get the 9, 1, and 2 hitters. Slider is down and great. Foul tip, and it's 0-2. Three pitches, and down he goes.
The beginning of 2025. 3rd time through the order. They have this. Hopefully Cole Reagans can just stay on the attack. And
an idea of how he's going to pitch you. You've seen him now for 2 at-bats.
Age doesn't seem to agree with that, but when you know what you've thrown the hitter, you know where you've attacked him, you know where his holes are, you can have.
Fouled away by Byron Buxton, who is 0 for 2.
Fastball early in the count.
Hit hard the other way. Thomas is back, and he's got it. Yes, no call yet. And Matt Strom warms up against Taj Bradley, who's given up no runs, 4 hits. He had Vinny out in front just enough. Wallner comes in from right and makes the catch. Vinny is 1 testant. The Royals had a sonic slam last night. Deep third. Lewis throws from the grass on a tough hop. Salvi has not touched first base, but he'll get back in time.
The second base where he was called out.
Caglione lines it to right. Wallner didn't read it great, but he makes a late adjustment. Ball 1 on Jonathan from the left field bullpen. 1-1 on India.
And on base, he's had to bear down, and he's made some great pitches.
That is low. Caratini wants a challenge. First today that is confirmed. And now India chases a cutter down. Still 2-2.
No runs as of yet.
India gets underneath it and hits it to deep center field, but it's playable for Buxton.
What this Royals team needs.
Fouled away by Keyshaw. He has and he threw it into center field. Clemens scored. And that came with 2 outs, and Cole Reagans went on to strike out.
Typically relies on mostly fastball slider, but if you can mix that thing in there, they're going to make it even tougher for hitters. The Royals are encouraging him to throw it more. Matt Strom says he has a good feel for it, so expect to see it more. That right there is
for new ways to stay relevant at the major league level.
Yeah, exactly right. Adjust. The fastball velocity starts to tick down just a bit. There it is again. So 2 changeups to Luke Keyshaw. 2 great changeups. Has already been successful with the weapons he has. Is adding a new one.
Hit hard and pulled foul. So if you add in what Reagans did today to the previous.
For the last 2 seasons, they'll lean on him once again. But a healthy Cole Reagans to go along better. I really like where this team sits.
Big sweeping slide. Ball 1 on Victor Carrot's
pitch for Matt Strom with the Philadelphia Phillies. Not even counting his playoff outings. Workhorse. It's a nice sign by J.J. Picola.
3-0 on Carrot. Three and 1. The Royals did not want to trade him back in 2018, and they made a trade with the Padres for 3 pitchers. And Caratini will pitch 4 years with the Padres, 3 years with the Phillies, 1. Oh, and 2 on Cody Clemens. And a long beard, but there's a lot of experience in that hair and that beard.
he's a classic.
1 ball, 2 strikes, and just a little bit outside.
But wanted to get his bat in the lineup today, even though it's left on left.
Left center field. And Collins is there. So Matt Strom get first. Here's Cody Funderburk pitching to Isaac Collins. And by the way, Collins leaving a run. So while Collins got a hit on the same plate, into the left field corner, hooking, foul.
Can swing it. And the Royals are in love with this contact, the ability to.
2 balls. He almost gave up another one. That is low. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Gave up a home over an inning and a third in that outing. And he got him with a high fastball. 0-1. No balls and 2 strikes.
Help me understand, was this a pre-planned debut? Was there heads up, or was it kind of a night before he's to see it?
Oh, they knew.
Okay, they knew it was coming.
Popped up, and Caratini makes a play, and there's way back to the dugout.
Heck of that, Matt, young man, you got more to come. They said he is going to debut in 3 days, so everyone can go get their tickets. It was quite the event. Sounds much similar.
Order. Josh Bell hits left-handed for the first time, a 2-out single, and that's it. Line from the back of his helmet into the upper deck. That's where it went. Just a little bit out in front. And now he's
Which is at apex. It barely starts coming down. You almost catch it at the perfect height where it barely has any kind of velocity coming down. So
inside on Royce Lewis. One and one.
is to work on that kick change. Trying to add another pitch to keep the hitters off balance.
Three and one. Full count.
Then I can throw for a strike behind in the count.
And we'll do it again. In 17. Line to left field. Collins' first step was in, and now it's going to sail over his head. Bell will hold at third and leading 1-0 in the eighth, halfway on the right side. And that's spun foul off of.
Or two places you may see him go. Just like that. I want to see that barrel. Try to get something into the outfield. Don't need to swing too hard. Forward.
And he got it.
To give some of their young players a chance to play every day.
So trying. Two balls and no strike. And now Byron Buxton, who was hitless today and in the series. But last time up, he had a really good swing against Reagans and lined out to deep right. Down and away, ball one. And now Buxton gets it in the air to center field. Isbell gets behind it. Bell is the runner at third. Isbell comes to the plate, and it's going to be offline, and Minnesota takes a 2-0 lead. And the leadoff walk comes around to score. First and third with Lewis tagging and going to third on the play. And Keyshaw takes a strike. Fourth inning. He kept the ball on the infield and saved a run. Snap throw to first. Safe. Vinny points. Delayed steal, and Outman.
If Keyshaw can find a way to get the ball past the.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Grounded sharply to Garcia. And that is in time. Keyshaw gets the top of the order in the 8th. With the Royals down 2-0. Pitch to scoreless 7th inning. To the right side, and that's through.
Get some base runners, string together some hits.
One ball, 1 strike. One ball, 2 strikes. That's down for a base hit. That'll get Michael to third. And the Royals have runners at the corners with nobody out. And now Vinny. So
you let the pitcher do the work. You don't have to do much. You just have to find the barrel, and it'll come off hot. 101. Take a look at it again, right? Textbook. You want to learn how to hit a baseball and become one of the best hitters, just watch Bobby Witt Jr. every day. Go out and practice it, young kids.
Wallner gets into position. Garcia tags. Here he comes. Wallner does the smart thing and plays it to second. So the Royals are on.
For the lineup coming up here in the 8th.
Chop to deep short. Gray throws on a bounce, and Keishel to Jack Caglione, but first checks on Tyler. Tolbert's first instinct was to go on first movement, and
No harm in going back.
there he goes. The pitch is a strike, and Tolbert swipes second base.
A tie ball game.
1-2 on Cagley.
He's going to go with the sweeper more times than not.
And Caglione is out. And
It's out of Junior. So Keyshaw 2 hits, 2 defensive web gems.
And Steven Cruz is on the mound. 1-1. Wallner hits it deep into left center field, and that is going to sail over the wall for an opposite field solo home run.
Well, Matt Wallner, 22 home runs last season. He's been pretty quiet this series, but fastball away, and saw it last night. It benefited the Royals on Kyle Isbell's home run. Today, the Matt Wallner home run.
And the feeling from mentions, we've had 2 with Kyle Isbell's home run last night and this one
By Matt Wallner. We've kind of seen it all afternoon. It feels like the majority of hits.
And now 3-1. They did get the 1 run. That's 1 hop out to India. And there is 1 away. And you and I run this moment. And now Minnesota gets a run right back.
You got to be learned. You learn to be, makes you relax that much more. Stay within yourself. And so every run counts. And it was a nice job by the Royals.
1-2 on Clemens. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes. It sailed into center field. He ended up scoring on the play. And while Salvi's throw was not on target, looking final out of the inning.
Anytime.